precious. If you learn the Saba Mekelim, you learned that person will have to separate himself. Who's missing a page? Now, we read like this. Till you don't go to, we read like this. Is Kadashte Miskim Kedoshim. So you learn what is the main, one of the the head foundation, the pure self, a person to pure self. So we learned is precious, is separate yourself from this world. One moment you separate yourself, so then you're able to, from your heart, to go away all the craziness of the world. Because the moment you separate yourself, first you understand what's going on in the world, but also strengthens you, and it gives you strength for your soul. So today, I want to work on the Chavas Avavas, Shara Prishus, Perek Beis. It gives us the Geder of Prishus. Maya Geder of Prishus. What is the Geder of to be Polish? Miyuchedet. I'm now reading this page. The new page I gave you.
Now, the pasuk in Shmini talks about precious of things which
of food.
Is also for you.
Food.
Also, the Parshas Kedoshim in Amutobah.
Right, but this is something here. I explained it yesterday. A good question.
Is that a question?
No, you have to understand why he put the pasuk here. So I saw because in Kedoshim we're talking about Kedosh we're talking about Arayas. Rashi says Pushim Arayas. Rashi, right? Rashi said that.
But also says Minamutobah.
Mutter the Ramban, but the Rashi is Arayas. But Sheiken here. We want to explain in general how a person has to purge himself from pleasures. It means not. So I bought the Rashi. Rashi said that why people need money.
Why what?
People need money. Money is for food. Usually, rov money goes to food. This is what Rashi says. So usually money is for food. So food means, when Torah says lo ya'achel, means also don't bring money to bring the food. Because you understand, food means money, because usually money is for food. Usually like the pleasure of food. Now, so pleasure of food basically it goes on general pleasure. Money is basically, it means that all pleasures. The Ramban, they usually, according to Rashi at least, not according to Ramban, according to Rashi, it's talking about Arayas. The reason put it here, maybe according to Rashi. They have to say that. If not, it will be a hard question. So today I want to get involved with Prishus according to Chavas Avos. Maya Geder HaPrishus. מיוחדת צורך עד שהתורה עולה וניחוק החכמים בגדרה. The Chachamim cholek the Geder of Prishus. Yesh mishomer this will say Prishus zivas kol Torah d'Elokim. What is Prishus? Anything that's bars you in learning, take up chai. Anything bars you in learning, this is anything that bothers you in learning, you cannot do. Omar echot Prishus mouz ba'olam ve'kotza ma'avim. You have to, the world is basically, it's nothing, the world is nothing. Bekitzu, he gets a vow, what is precious? Oma echod, menuchas hanefesh, v'sibas harainos, kol ma shemenucho, Oma sabitoch elokim. Everyone gives them a different gather. What is precious? Gather, what is the definition of precious? So now, basically now we involve here for Bnei Torah. I made it underline. Ach tzorich Bnei Torah lifrosh precious v'kavonas haTorah. Why the Torah wants to repeat? Why the Torah wants it to have precious? It means you do what you have to do. You cannot do too much. Only what your body needs, this what you do. What is the kavanah of the Torah? Le'amshil aseichel b'chotay v'sanefesh. This is the main thing. The Torah wants you that your mind control the taiva. Controls yourself. Your mind has to control yourself. This is for people learning Torah. This is a Hashem wants for them. You study in Yeshiva. They want the seichel control your taiva. Seichel controls your desires. Kavonas haTorah le'amshil aseichel b'chol taiva sanefesh. Or lagbiro aleihem. To control the seichel has to be stronger on your taiva. You see, I want to read it. I'm reading where's pink. The second line where's pink. Mili adua. We know. Ki agboras hataiva ala seichel. Everybody has it what I'm holding? It's very important. This is like a big foundation. Second line from the pink page, in the middle of the thing, it says there, Mini Avet Rabbi Yisrael?
Yes.
Mini adua. Ki agboras hataiva seichel iroish lechol chatos. This is the head of all sins, is when your taiva controls your mind. When your desires control your mind, that's the head of all sins. Vesibas kol gnus. And this is all the reason of being discouraged. The people make you disgusting. They make you like you're nobody. Gnus. They look, you know nothing. They knock you out. Velonota im Elokim im ha'olam ad shenotu min haTorah. It gets you go away from the world of Hashem till you go away from the Torah. Basically, the taiva gets you to go away from the Torah. You don't go to the olam of olam haba. Ad shenotu min haTorah. It means you go away from the Torah.
You go from the Torah to the
olam. No, to this world. It means you go away. The taiva gets you to leave olam haba, until you go away from the Torah. And I'm reading everything, and he talks about it. It's very deep, and where's yellow? And what they get, the main thing is for them, they want a good life. They want this world. They want a nice house. You get the person. I want a nice house. I want to have a good living, a nice car. To live good in this world, simple. Now,
is there something wrong with that?
Yes, it's very bad. Poison. Very poison. Very poison. Why? Because you destroy your mind. Because you see, how much we make you involve more in the world, your mind, it destroys your mind. It's not bad to have the world. I'm not saying not to have. You have a nice house, nice car, it's not a problem. But if you go after the taiva, it's basically you're running after the house, and you're working extra hour for the house, and you work extra for the car, and extra for the thing, and you don't take what you must need, and you're running after the way you need. That destroys your mind. I want to tell you an extreme story of the Chafetz Chaim. The Chofetz Chaim had in his house chairs that doesn't have a back. Like benches. Benches are not chairs. So his wife decided to buy him the chairs with a back. So what the Lashon Chofetz Chaim? It says it's written down. And when I'm sitting on the chairs, I'm sitting on a Gemara. It basically caused me now to stop to learn. After not to learn, it means because after that extra money, basically is I'm sitting on the Gemara when you don't have these two chairs. This is extreme. I'm not talking about our generation. Years ago, people live in two rooms, 1 room, 2 rooms. Today, 3 rooms, 5 rooms. It changed the world. Years ago, there had no refrigerator. Years ago, no wash machine, no stove, no. It was a different world. Today, you need this stuff. You cannot have it. What you cannot, it's not a car. You need a car. But where is really? This is the rule. How much you build the world, you destroy your seichel. It goes that for that. So a person is not married, and he has no family to live yet. So that's the reason why he has to go to build the world. He has to what he has to do? Build the mind, learn more Torah, mitzvahs, to develop his mind, not to wander in the world. Because if people run after the world all day, they're building a nice house, running into this. Because being born in Yeshiva here, I want to say name. After the tshuva, he told me 50 years of his life, he went on his house. 50 years of his life. 50. Yeah, he worked. All the money went on the house. All day, he fixes the house. He had a nice, beautiful home. Beautiful little house. From the morning, early in the morning, he puts water, the trees, everything. In the night, he comes from work. He fixes this, he fixes that. From the morning, and until he goes to sleep. And that for 50 years of his life, went on the house. Work, house, and that's it. But Hashem did a net miracle for him, and he came to Yeshiva and he saw this is what I'm doing, what I did in my life. 50 years of my life, I went on the house. And people do like that. And they don't learn, there's nothing there. They're not developing the mind. They're not getting the Torah mitzvahs because a neshama this world stays. But the neshama goes into the second world, and you take it into the second world. You don't take the house with you. People die. They don't take the house with you. They don't take a house. They don't take the mitzvahs. I see David. You do, but not the house. How much you develop more, how much you run after the world, you destroy your mind. Rabbi said how it comes, why people run after the world? Because the people are here. Yeah, give one to you. Because because this is, you have a proportion. You have your mind and you have your taiva. So you run after the taiva, the desires, you're not running after your mind. But if you have this rule, now I'm saying here, everybody say, but if you have so then it's a different world. Everything comes here. Give one to Nachman Yosef. Yes, we don't have this. Lushki. When you have after we have these rules. So then basically the mitzvah, the house comes a mitzvah. Everything becomes a mitzvah. It changes the thing. Now, Let's continue with peace. And the last pink. The people run after the taiva. They have a new card.
A new piece?
Same Peter, a different piece, yes. They have a new God. People have a new leader by themselves. Oisim bitnehem Elohem. They make the stomach the God. If you run after the taiva, what is your God comes? Your God is your stomach. You heard what people means? They make things the stomach.
That's a good one.
This he says.
Money, business is a God. Food could be a God too. Yeah,
Right.
beautiful.
They make the God with the stomach. Oisim bitnehem Elohem. You saw him read down. Read it.
Oh.
He says the last pink. Oisim bitnehem Elohim. They make the stomach Elohem. They make the stomach a God. You know what that means? They get up in the morning, what the stomach tells you it does. Afternoon, what the stomach says. At night, what the stomach says. Who runs his life? The stomach. They make the God the stomach. Here, come. People, well, you didn't understand what I'm saying. They don't understand what that means of it. So what it means, Oisim bitnehem Elohim. No, you see, here's gift to one Yeshua. Yeshua has one for you. No, you don't use your mind, and if you're going after taiva, so your stomach comes to be your God. Everything goes by the stomach. You eat, everything you're morning, you're learning, everything goes up according to the stomach.
Call it a master.
What?
Master?
No, God.
More than God.
It means that that tells you what to do. Your stomach tells you what to do.
Your master?
No, it doesn't say the Lehem says. It really tells you what to do. He runs your life. He runs where to go, what to do. The stomach is basically tell you what all your life. He's running your life. This is if you don't have a Torah. If you don't have the Torah, so then what happens is the stomach comes to be your God, not Hashem. And then what happens is the Torah malbushehem, and how they dressed. That is the Torah. They have the Torah means they have like a way. It has to be this type of way I have to dress, and this type of way I have to dress, this way and that way. They have learning. You learn. You have to learn. I'm this type of person. I have to dress this type of way, and this type of person. They have a Shulchan Aruch. How do you have to dress?
Now you're talking about someone who likes what you say.
No, I'm talking about someone that is. He made his taiva control his seichel.
I know, but he's not talking about the guy who has the stomach type.
No, the same person.
Stomach God? Also
No, the same God. He made,
clothes God?
and then he makes his clothes. They give him. He made his Torah as the clothes. His stomach is his God. But then he makes it. Then he comes to the clothes. He says, "Listen, I have to dress this way. I have to dress that way. I cannot dress. I cannot have this. I cannot wear this. I cannot have this hair. I cannot have this glasses. It's not this way, that way. I can't have these shoes. They look at me this way, that way."
So you mean appearance.
And parents,
His appearance is
it comes to be
dictated
the appearance comes to be the halachas, how they live. Umosam chazot mushkayim. And they come. The Mussar, where's the Mussar comes to them? Chizuk mechazek, the house. Moshkadem is the house. I mean, which kind of Mussar all day? House has to be clean. Don't do anything in the house. The Mussar comes only the house. What? Mishkanem is the house. No, Mishkanehem, the house. The Mussar comes only with the house. Hey, you make the dirty house. Cleaning the house has to be, all the Mussar goes on the house. cleaning, working. If you go, the Taiva controls the Seichel. The Mussar only in the house. They're not
You make a
Mussar.
mistake calling it Mussar. That makes it confusing.
No,
It's not Mussar.
In their world.
The world is
Their
Mussar.
world.
Listen, you come to the house, you have to take off the shoes. You cannot wear this thing. The house has rules and regulations. And how to go, how to live. The house comes to be Mussar on the house. All the houses, this way, that way, cannot go this way, that way. When a moment is not a joke, it's real. A moment you changed the head. That what? The taiva controls the seichel. So what happens is the stomach comes to be a god, your clothes comes to be a Torah, and all your mussar, your manavam on yourself, all the mussars on the house. This way, that way, this way, that way, it does this way, everything comes to the house. Then it continues. V'toim b'metzulas hasichus, and they make mistake with the drowning of stupidness. There comes like the stupidness. Shebayam. It means they like the drown of stupidness they become stupid because a moment you can the desire controls your mind. What happens to your mind? It shrinks. Your mind comes to be nothing. So what happens? You come to be stupid. And when you drown deep on the stupidness and like in the sea. And you're running all day to be lazy. You're running all day, but the world of laziness running all day. You're not running to shul, davening. You're running all day to laziness. And all day you have problems. Yeah, with I need this desire, that desire. All day the problems you have trouble of taivas. I didn't make this. I needed this ice cream. I needed this food. I needed this. I didn't get the best car. I didn't the best. All day they're involved with the problem. Sunday, Monday I have to eat. Sunday I have to eat. What I eat. What I eat. What I eat for lunch, for supper. All day running. What I eat for lunch. They have to sit there for 2 hours to think what we eat for lunch, and then what we eat for supper. All day they're involved with the problems of the taiva. The mind comes, it takes their mind and all they think and they go to sleep, wow. All day comes the whole of the taiva. You see, מבקשים גמול, wait a second, ומבקשים גמול, האוידי במייסה, האוידי והדרגס הצדיקים במייסה מנהג ראשון. And then, what happened was, and then they said, we are tzaddikim. They won't reward what they do. And it comes to be like, Chazal say, they do here. That's not here. They do, what happens, if they run after the taiva, all day they're running after women, actions like Zimri, and they want to be like Pinchas, like the biggest tzaddik. That means that everything changes. They go opposite down. Only one problem, because they took I explain what it means. You take a person and he opposite the head. You put the head in the ground and the feet in the top. And all this head is on the ground, like they're walking opposite the world. A moment you make a taiva control your seichel, says like you take a person, his head is in the floor and his feet in the top. And his stomach and his body walks like that. His opposite, everything goes opposite. It destroys everything. You make the house, make your heart, your feeling, destroying yourself, destroying the world. Everything you make it the opposite because your head has to control your desires. Now your desires control your head. This is the first step of Ben Torah. Anshe Ben Torah, mean people on Torah, is what they have to do. The seichel, this has to control your desires. And this is precious. We talked about how you get to be control, be precious, like Sami Mikel says. What it means your Beis Hamikdash? What is it? The concept of Beis Hamikdash is precious. Is what it means precious? The first step is your mind controls your desires.
What is precious?
Separate yourself. What it means separate yourself? Your mind controls your desires. Your mind controls your desires. This is precious. And then you know how much yes and how much no. It means basically is, if your mind controls your desires, you eat and you have a house and you have everything. But everything with the right proportion. What you need to do. What you need to take. You only do what is muchach. Not when your mind controls the body, you can have a nice car and you can have a nice... But everything goes what is muchach, what you need. What you don't need, you don't do. It's not against, the Torah is against. Why Nazir gets punished? Who knows why? Because he didn't...
He abstained for something that God wanted to enjoy. He put it in the world for him to enjoy, in the right balance.
And the right balance and in the right proportion.
He took it away from himself.
Right. So the point is, we have to, it's not against the desire. Not that desire controls you. You make your stomach controls you, and not your clothes control you. What?
Nazir had a problem drinking.
Okay, I agree with you, but the thing is, he did, but it's called a chayten.
For sure.
It's a chayten.
For sure, because he had to take something away, like where Rashaz said.
To be porush, we said, to get to understand what's going on in the world, we have to be purushim. We have to be separated ourselves. So what does it mean to be precious? Seichel controls the rotzah. Seichel, precious means seichel controls your desires. What does precious means?
Seichel
controls your rotzah, the desire. This means by definition coming to Beis Hamikdash. This means basically coming to the Beis Hamikdash. You come to the Beis Hamikdash basically is what? Controlling your seichel controls your desires. You don't do what you want, how you do it, controlling yourself. This is come to Beis Hamikdash. When you control yourself, then you understand what's going on in the world. Why the world is going corrupt. You don't understand this? Why you don't understand it? Why the world is going corrupt? Because the desire controls the sin. All the world goes corrupt. Everything. The mind, all is corrupt. So how you basically get yourself to get together is what? How you get yourself together is when a person gets his mind control his desires. This is basically precious. And doesn't mean you don't have a house, doesn't mean you don't eat, doesn't mean, but you control it. You are the master of yourself. It's clear? It's clear? And we have to talk more how we put it in my side. The first thing is we have to get this controls this. This is the first step. The mind controls the desire. This is called Kedusha. This is called Precious. This is Kedusha. And when you do that, you start to understand what's going on in the world. Before that, you don't understand what's going on. You think people doing all America, all the world is going corrupt because only this reason why. Because they changed the thing opposite. They got the desire control this. And everything goes opposite down. It's like the guy's walking on his head. And that is not. But the moment you change yourself, mind controls the desire, then your head is working, you're walking on your feet. Then you know what you do when you do, it's going on. Simple. Hashem will help us, Zat Hashem, that we're good for the Lamaisa. וביום יחול מחייך ישראל בעולם וישמח כל ימים, אמן.